G'day guys, it's Chris the Ultimate Recycler back to you from the storeroom at the shop for the Great Shop Cleanup episode 36, I think. I'm excited about today's episode. We've got some things here that I think are going to be very interesting. This black tub, every now and again I stumble across something, a box of stuff that I've stashed away for treasures, for future eBaying or something, and I always figured one day I was going to not have a shop and have to live off something, so I've got a nest egg of good stuff. I think this is another tub of that. I don't know what's in it, so we'll have a look very shortly. We've also got a couple of, I've got an empty case up here, similar to the last case we found, which is currently on eBay, I think. That was a good one. I think this is a generic one for 20, 30 bucks. A couple of crates here which have some early, 60s era speakers, really good quality speakers, so they may go on eBay as well. Rightio, let's get this tub into the, out to the counter and go through it and see what's in it. This is going to be great. Just because I can, I've decided to check out these speakers first. We have that case. You may have noticed a cassette drawer for probably 1980s cassettes. I think there's some in there. We'll have a look at those too. And we'll save the black tub till later. If you really can't wait, I'm adding chapters to my videos now. So if you have a look along, you'll see something like amazing box full of treasures later in the video. These ones are amazing though too. Now these have a bit of a story to them. I've got them wrapped up. There's two crates. I'll alter the camera and we'll have a look. Now these are safely wrapped up because they are quite valuable, and I actually sold these on eBay, have to be 6-7 years ago. I was in my old shop and they did quite well. They made a few $100s, and they're actually 1960s era Celestion, something like that. Bookshelf speakers, lovely timber, good condition, top of the line. Well, I don't know if they're top of the line, but they were high-end HiFi back in the day. And yes, you heard right, I did sell them. But something weird happened, which often does when you're dealing on eBay. They made a pretty good price. I think they had a few bids. The guy that won them was from Melbourne, so an hour and a half's drive away, and he didn't want to pay the postage. He's a bit stingy. I guess some people have that. Whether it's a right or not, that's what they do. And so he said, look, I can get up there in a month or so. And I said, that's fine, no worries. Put him aside. We kind of eventually lost contact. He never turned up. And so I've still got them. I didn't get paid for them, and it probably did cost me eBay fees at the time. I don't remember, to be honest. I might have put in a non-paying bidder request or something. Anyway, long story short, I've still got them, and I think I'll eBay them again. They should bring $200 to $300. These are in very good cosmetic condition. I do remember trying them at the time, and I have a feeling one of the tweeters wasn't working. I'll test them again to make sure, but they're quite solid, they're quite heavy, beautifully made, and apparently excellent quality. And I do remember them sounding brilliant when I ran them at home on my amplifier. Actually, I may have even done that in the shop next door because we lived there for a long time. So there we go. I'll be eBaying those. I think that's a much better way to do it, but I will take them home and test them. Okay, next item is this case. It's not as good as the last one we had. It's, I think it's a leather finish over some sort of board. It has got very nice brass latches on it. In fact, I think they're nicer latches than the other one, except maybe they don't work. Oh, is it locked? Oh no, they just don't spring up. Maybe the springs are a bit weak or broken. Yeah, I think they're broken. It's in pretty good condition. It's fabric inside. It's a bit stained. It's got the document folder at the back, but structurally it appears quite solid. It's nice and flat on the top. It's quite marked. It looks like it's been around the traps for a long time. And I think we'll probably get about $30 for it. There was a brand on it. I think it said Cross. I will check that out because, as with the last leather suitcase, it turned out to be quite a valuable one. That was a Texas King's Ranch leather case. This one is some sort of board, I think, with a leather type finish. and I think it says Cross. I'll get you a photo of that. But I think I'll probably just give it a bit of a wipe over, maybe $30 or $40 in the shop. And now we have the cassette drawer. It's quite dusty and dirty. This was on top of the pile. And we have some home recorded cassettes. Nothing in that side. That's pretty boring. Oh, we have more here. Okay, they're all home recorded ones. Al Jolson, Kamal, Bing Crosby, Hits of the Blitz, Vera Lynn. Oh, that would be like, Hits of the Blitz would be like World War II era. Sing Along with Mitch Miller, Bing Crosby. It's all older stuff, isn't it? Flanagan and Allen. I guess they were Irish singers. Remember When, Nostalgic Memories, a tribute to Jimmy Rogers. Sing and March Along with Mitch Miller. Gracie Fields, Bill McCormack, and Jeanette MacDonald and Nelson Eddie Gracie Fields. There we go. There's some famous names. All home recorded by the looks of it. Oh, yeah, all the songs are written here. I can't sell these. So, well, at least I can't. I'm not supposed to sell them. I can sell them as blank cassettes or reusable cassettes. Not going to get much for them. I think what I'll do is probably wipe the thing over and sell the whole lot, the drawers and everything, for maybe $10 or $20 the lot, and someone can get all that free music and do what they like with it. Okay, the time has come to look in this mysterious black crate. Now, I did take a peek in here before just to make sure it wasn't electrical stuff, which is why I think it's stuff I'd put aside to eBay. So yeah, let's dive in. Well, for a start, we have a really nice early microphone. I would be thinking 1940s, 1950s. That screws on the top of a microphone stand. It's like a studio mic. There's no plug on the end. There is a brand on it, and I'll get a picture if I can. I think that says Torpedo. And I have got written on the tag, Torpedo Microphone. I'll have to check eBay to see what they're worth. I don't know if it works, but cosmetically it's in great condition. There's no dents, there's no rusting. So that could well be worth quite a bit, and it could well go on eBay. I'll let you know at the end of this video. I'll do a bit of checking. Okay, here it looks like a nutcracker. Quite an early one by the look of the handles. What have I got written on this tag? Just says to eBay. Now, I'm guessing it has a name here somewhere. Oh, I think I can see a name here. Again, we'll try and get a photo. It's silver plate, or is it won't be real silver. Okay, and it says Christofle, France, which I think is a very sought after brand. Anyway, we'll do some checking and I'll let you know a price on that one. Okay, we have some paperwork here. There's a brochure on a Sanyo little record player. That's a briefcase one where the speakers detach. Probably not worth a great deal, but I would have put this in here because the best way to find a buyer for these things is to eBay them, and they're pretty cheap to post. Turntable for Mitsubishi, integrated amplifier. This is all the one set. Stereo cassette deck. Sorry, they're upside down for you guys. That's better. So we'll have to check those out. Here we have a brochure, an advertising brochure for the Mitsubishi stereo. Looks 1980s era. So I'm not sure if the brochure itself is going to have any value. Certainly the units would be quite sought after, I would think, especially the top of the range ones. Well, there's prices on the back. So I'm guessing 1980s. Oh, it says 1977. All right, not sure, it might have some value, have to check. Oh, look at this. Maybe this wasn't eBay stuff. There's a sketch of a house, and I know it's an original because I did that. I used to dabble with the pencil sketching in my younger days. I've actually dated it. 1988, there we go. And I don't remember where that house was. It was in a town we visited once, and I had a couple of hours to fill in. So there we go. Sitting in the front of the car sketching someone's house. They probably thought I was checking out the joint, casing the joint. All right, so yeah, this isn't eBay stuff. Probably not quite as exciting as I was thinking. However, there's nice stuff. We have some lamps. Oh, these are in from my old house. That explains why my sketch is in here. I had these in my old house. This one is a really nice early blue, I think these were called a Bismarck lamp. They're an oil lamp. It's all jagged at the top. It's not actually broken. That's where they glued the ferrule on for the burner to screw into. It's molded from, I think, one piece of glass, unless it's joined, I'm not sure. It has like a pontil scar on the bottom. It's actually open, but the bottom doesn't hold the fluid to burn. The top does, so that's called the font, the top part of the lamp. It's got lots and lots of wear. You can probably see that in the camera. It looks like it's sandblasted on the contact points, which is a good thing to look for when you look at antique glassware. A reproduction glassware, no matter how old it looks and whether it has a pontil scar or not, if it's reproduction, you won't see that wear. Whereas you think of an oil lamp that's 100 and something years old, has probably been slid around the table for years on end, and you get that wear patterns, and that's how you can pick antique stuff from reproduction stuff a lot of the time. All right, so yeah, these are lamps. There's a little amber glass finger lamp. This would be 1930s or so, maybe 1920s. This other one's possibly 1890s. I think that would be pretty early. That's complete with burner and the wick. The wick winder works. And I've probably got a chimney to suit that. That one goes on there. There we go. So that's a complete finger lamp. I'm thinking that's probably $75, $80 worth. And here's a nice blue one. Needs a bit of a clean. It's quite dusty. Again, it's got the burner. It's got a wick in there. I think that works. I'm not sure if I've got a... Oh, there is a shade here. Yeah. Yeah, that'll fit in there. Beautiful. So that's a really nice little one. Hobnail pattern to the font there. Nice attached glass handle. And that one's probably a bit earlier. I reckon that'd be 1920s or so. And I reckon that's possibly nearly $100 lamp. I like that. I don't think I'd eBay these because of the hassle with posting them. And there's one other package in here. Oh, it's not a lamp. This is a Koala. It's actually a Moneybox Koala. It's got a rubber stopper underneath, so it's not going to be super old. I would be thinking maybe 1960s, perhaps 70s. Very Australiana. It's pottery or ceramic, but there's no maker's mark under here. The rubber stopper's got a bit hard. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to identify that, but a vintage Koala pottery money box is going to get pretty good dollars. I would think I'd be having $100 or so on that. And I'll see if I can work out where it was made. I can't see any numbers or anything on it, but I may be able to identify it from an image search. So there we go, that's a nice piece. So that, I don't think I'd eBay it again for the postage issue. I don't like posting delicate stuff. That's the end of our tub. So there are some eBay items. There's some very nice shop stock items that will bring a fair return. And if I don't sell them through the shop, I think they would possibly sell okay through a specialist Facebook group. But I'd be wary of posting them. I guess it's a last resort if I have to, but even when we finish up the shop, we might be having a garage sale or a market stall or something, and I think they'd sell okay. Now, what am I going to do with this house? Maybe I can sell it? Okay, there we go. Just to wind this video up, I'll show you a couple of things, and mostly the regular viewers will still be here watching this. The new people might have dropped off already, so it doesn't matter, does it? This shelf unit was one out in the back room, and we sold a shelf from in the shop here the other day, a set of pine shelves that we used for display. So it's good that we're starting to move some of our shop fixtures because there's a lot of cabinets and things have to go before we pack up. So sold one, made some space. I moved this steel racking in from out the storeroom, and I've added all the Nissan car service books and manuals here. And as I'm sorting them to put some on Facebook groups, I'm leaving them in the shop. Hopefully this weekend someone might even buy some. So I'll show you that, and then we'll wander out to the back and see how much space there is. It actually looks pretty good here. All these books laid out, and if anyone's got a Nissan or a Datsun, hopefully they can find a manual that suits. They are all priced. but I am doing group lots on Facebook and having some success. I've even got some finishing on eBay. This is my assorting area here, or my staging area, where all the stuff I've been unboxing I've shown you, and you'll recognise some things out of the recent emergency storage shed video, and the shelves at the back where I'm putting some of my eBay stuff waiting to be posted out, and of course some other things for sale. But let's go through to the storeroom and have a look at how much space we've made now. And I've got the cupboard open because I was sorting out some of the Ford manuals. Most of that cupboard is Ford manuals. There's a lot of them, and I've already had a message from a couple of people about certain models, so if you need a service manual for a Ford, send me a message. But have a look at the rest of the space we've got. You can see the blank wall over there. What have we got to go? Next episode, we'll keep working on this shelf here. And other than the manuals at the top, which I've just pulled out, you can ignore those. We have an army box with something in it. I don't know, maybe tools. Who knows? We'll get that out. There's a timber box under there. There's a tub of chain. I think the tub down the bottom has old mobile phones in it. We have some nice workshop tools here. Some old laptops in crates to sort out. And then there's a double stack of milk crates. Looks like some computer stuff, but I think down the bottom there's hardware and shed stuff, maybe more tools. So that'll be cool. It's always fun digging out tools. And in between episodes, I'll keep sorting out these manuals, and I will run a quick video of what I've got, just every now and again, but we won't do any for now. I've got to finish sorting them out. So thanks for hanging with me for another episode, guys. I'm at home in the shed tonight, and I had to do some research on this stuff, and I just didn't have time to finish it up at the shop, so here we are. Now, a few things I've discovered. This old case is a Mark Cross high-end US case. I just seem to be finding rare cases. Apparently, it was, I think he was from Boston, very early days in the US, and then I think he sold luggage and stuff in the UK maybe, but it's in good structural condition. It is a bit rough. I'm going to clean it up. AI suggested that it's worth many hundreds. I'm starting to be a bit dubious on AI's price suggestions, but I think we might try and get 100 for it. I might run that through eBay because it's light enough to post. I also checked out a couple of the other things. I called this a nutcracker. Well, it's actually, would have been for really large nuts. It's a champagne bottle opener, like a cork remover. Christofle is a very sought after French manufacturer of these sort of things. It's not super old, it's around 1980s, and I'm going to try that on eBay starting at $200, because apparently, and I saw some results, they can get pretty big money. That is in good condition, so big dollars in some of this. Also, this Torpedo Microphone, 1940s, Australian made. I think it was Australian made. I can't test it, not easily, because the wiring's actually had it in just where it enters the body of the microphone. But cosmetically, it's in great condition. I did find some results of some that sold untested for $150. AI seemed to think it was worth a lot more than that. But I'm going to perhaps run that through eBay as well. Start it as an auction at $150. If I get one bid, great. If it doesn't sell, I'll relist it as a buy it now. So some good dollars in some of this stuff. I'll show you the Notepad. So I did a list here just of some rough prices. I think we should be able to get about 200 for the Celestion speakers, maybe more. And I didn't write down the paperwork for this stereo gear or anything like that, just the main items. The Bismarck lamp as it is 40, but I think I'll put a top on it. I've got some burners and I've got some shades, and that should increase to at least 150 when it's complete. I dropped these prices a little bit on what I mentioned, but almost $1,000 from this episode. That's pretty good, hey? So that gives you a guide as to what I'm going to ask for this. We will be using eBay a bit more because I'm having a bit of success on there. But if any of you guys are interested, particularly my members, I'm happy to look after you, and I will even pull something off eBay if some of you members are interested. So thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone's support. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.